Hello, my name is Abe, and today we're going to be taking a look at Morphblade. Sorry, there's no actual title screen, except there kind of is if I press escape. There you go, there's the name of the game right there. I have actually played this game before, but it's been a long time, but it's such a simple yet effective sort of puzzle game that I felt like it was worthy of doing a Let's Look At just because I kind of felt like playing it, to be honest with you. Now, I don't think there's any music in the game, at least there doesn't seem to be. There's just one simple volume slider, so we're just going to have to deal with it. What is Morphblade? Well, Morphblade is a game where you are on a hexagonal grid as a white, weird arrow defeating red, buggy arrows. And every time you move onto a hexagonal tile, you change into a specific unit, a class of unit. There's only ever one of you, but the different tiles give you different special abilities. For now, we only have one ability, which is attack, and we're going to attack into the red bug. We have killed it. And now we have the opportunity to add a class to an empty tile. So we can have a repair be one of these empty tiles that we go onto. The current tile that we have is hammer. Kills the enemy in front of you without moving. Upgrades when it's killed 6 enemies. There's a very small piece of the pie cut into this piece here. And then blades is the one that we had just killed the enemy on. You slice things to your sides as you move. Enemies directly ahead are only pushed. Upgrades when it's killed 6 enemies. Now, the cool thing about Morphblade here is that you can combo upgrades with adjacent tiles. So for example, hammer can combo with the on the left there with the blade to also kill enemies on the sides of your target if you have both of these upgraded. For now, what we can do is basically just move wherever we want and pick where we want the repair upgrade tile to be. Right now, we have to assign a class to a tile to spawn the next wave. So I'm going to stay on hammer and I'm going to create a repair tile here. Now, next turn, there's going to be a unit spawning right here in this tile. It's a very small unit, but he does exist. Repair, what does repair do? Repairing your hull, if you end your turn here, moving into an adjacent enemy from here pushes them back. And you can see in the top that you turn from red to yellow, indicating that you are repaired. Upgrades when you have 6 enemies dying on this hex. So what we're going to do is we're going to move to our hammer square. There's an enemy. We can hit it to kill it. And now this hammer has 2 experience out of 6 on it. Now we could get another blade upgrade up here, another repair, or we could go for acid. Strips enemies of their armor when they move here. Moving into an adjacent enemy from here pushes them back. Upgrades when 6 enemies have died on the tile. We might as well make acid here because, you know, there's nothing else to really do. And we want acid, I think, somewhere. So we'll just come back here, spawn here, and kill the enemy. Arrow moves 2 hexes in a straight line, killing both enemies on both hexes. If you only move 1 hex, enemies are only pushed. Upgrades when it's killed 6 enemies. We don't have one of those, but we also do not have a teleport. Click any unoccupied hex to teleport there. Moving into an adjacent enemy here pushes them back. Upgrades when 6 enemies have died on this hex. There's another hammer square and another arrow square. We could figure out what like hammer arrow does, increases its range. Blade arrow also kills the enemy in front of you. And arrow hammer knocks back enemies adjacent to the hex you move to. Arrow blade also kills enemies to either side of this hex. So I think we want an arrow. Let's go ahead and put it here. Boom, we have an arrow. And if we move onto this tile, what happens to the enemy? They are no longer spawning. Well, I tell you what, I'm going to move back onto the hammer square. I really want this to be upgraded at some point. Now, what do we upgrade? I don't know, we could go for teleport. We could go for an arrow. You could get like arrow, which is move any distance in a straight line, killing anything that you touch, or arrow acid. neutralizes explosive enemies. That actually feels like it could be kind of interesting because explosive enemies might be kind of detrimental. I don't know what they do. I don't remember. It's been a while since I played this freaking game. But what about, let's get one teleport square. And we're just going to keep moving back to our hammer square to try to get this upgraded when possible. And what's hammer? When you move here, knocks back adjacent enemies. I think we should go for a maybe like arrow, get at least one arrow somewhere on the map. And now we have upgraded this tile. We can upgrade it with one of the adjacent abilities now that we have 6 kills here. So we can upgrade it with arrow, increases range, repairs you when it kills an enemy. So when this tile kills an enemy, also kills enemies to the side of your target, kills armored enemies. Seems like that could be pretty useful. Increasing the range could be nice, but why don't we go for killing to the sides of your targets? That way, if there is a target here, we can hopefully just murder it. Now, this tile does have 4 adjacencies. It already has an acid here and a blade here. We would like to maybe have a teleport and what is the final one? Oh, another hammer, and then we can have all 6 upgrades on one tile. I believe you can stack all 6 on one tile. So let's put a teleport maybe up here so we have 2 teleports available. Yeah, what's acid? Acid neutralizes explosive enemies. You know what? No, I don't want there to be a second acid here. I want one hammer tile to be like extraordinarily powerful. Now, what the heck is a black enemy? It upgrades the hex it dies on. So if we could kill this enemy, we could upgrade the hex that we are currently on. We could teleport, I think. Teleports to any non-upgraded tile. So if we go here to the hammer, we might be able to just immediately upgrade the hammer. Ah, it upgraded the arrow because that was the tile that it died on. Makes sense. So for the arrow, we can upgrade this with can teleport from here. Move any distance in a straight line. Killing an enemy repairs you or knocks back enemies adjacent to the hex you move to. Seems kind of useful so that you don't get surrounded. And now we do need to assign another tile somewhere. Probably not another explosive. I mean, honestly, having an arrow here seems nice. There's going to be another bug, a winged bug. I forgot that you could right-click on tiles to get information about the enemies. Can move 2 hexes instead of 1. Now, you got to be careful about the enemies. They do damage by walking into you, so if we stand on the hammer tile, he can move 1, 2 tiles and then smack us. We probably want to stand on like the blade tile and then wait and then kill him by moving adjacent, because remember, that's how the blade operates. You kill enemies adjacent to your movement. And now there's going to be more enemies. Just 2 normal bugs. So what I think we're going to do is let's move to, and this is going to be a funny one, but let's move to the heal tile. And then with the heal tile, moving into an adjacent enemy from here pushes them back. I believe we can push an enemy off the grid. Oop, nope, we just move on to that grid. So now we are a little bit wounded. So we're going to run away. We heal because we moved to this tile. We're going to run away. We're going to kill our friend. And now we've lived. Let's get another hammer going on here. I want a double hammer eventually. Armored bug. Normal attacks only push it back. Acid can strip it. Acid upgraded weapons penetrate armor. So how do you deal with an acid bug? Well, normal attacks will push it back. We might be able to push it off of the level. We could also, if we had acid, we could strip its armor. Strips enemies of their armor when they move here. Moving into an adjacent enemy from here pushes them back. Upgrades when 6 enemies have died. I suppose what we could do is we could try to push the enemy off of the level. Let's see. We wait. Yeah, and then we can just push him right off the level. So there he goes. We can teleport from here. We probably want to go, I mean, I got a plan. The plan is go to the hammer tile, kill an enemy, kill an enemy. Easy 2 kills. Right on this hammer tile that I want to be super freaking upgraded. Don't, remember that it can also kill enemies to the sides of your target, so it does a lot of damage. And now that we've unlocked a lot of tiles, we have a wild card. And what wild card do we want? Probably a teleport, because it's the only thing that we have not actually enabled yet, I don't think. So I'm just going to immediately teleport to our arrow tile, push this guy off the level. There's more enemies, so I'm going to stand on the main hammer tile because it'll kill the adjacent enemies as well, now that it's been upgraded. And then there's a upgrader who will upgrade this arrow tile. You might as well upgrade it. We've upgraded both tiles. So this tile can kill armored enemies. Yeah, we could upgrade its range as well. I wonder how that works. You don't move from this tile, do you? You just stand here and move. I mean, killing armored enemies seems really good, but let's upgrade the range by one. You know, I wonder if that means if there's a lot of arrows, you can make this thing have like 10 range or something. Anyways, now we're going to upgrade the arrow. It already knocks back enemies adjacent to the hex you move to. So why not... Why not also kill enemies to the sides of tiles? Oh, we don't have a blade nearby. Okay, well, let's upgrade the arrow with a double arrow then. And then in that case. Okay, so that was our wild card, and now we actually have a limited selection yet again. What is teleport? Teleport doesn't take a turn? Dude, that seems really good. So now we have a teleport. And then we have a winged bug that moves 2 hexes and a bug that just deals 1 damage, dies in 1 hit. Well, we're just going to kill them both. And I really want to just keep upgrading this one tile. Yeah, we're probably putting all of our eggs in one basket, but so what? I do want a blade. And then we are going to wait a turn, kill you. Now we're an arrow. And then we can, I think we push by attacking. If you only move 1 hex, enemies are only pushed. So I think what I'm going to do is back up, then move 2 spaces. Now we are on a teleport. This is a bug. This is an armored shooter bug. Can attack in a straight line from any range if no enemies are in the way. Armored. Normal attacks only push it. Acid can strip it. So how do we deal with this hammer? Well, we can just push it off the level. But... And he's a shooter, so we got to be very careful about him. I'm just trying to see what the best course of action is, because we definitely want to try to get a kill when possible, but I think what we really should do is just push you off, kill you. There you go. Killing on this teleport tile upgrades both this tile and this tile, because we upgrade when we kill an enemy, and this upgrades when an enemy dies here. We have another wild card. What do we want to put, and where do we want to put it? Well, to be honest with you, we don't really have... like a hammer over here. So why don't we put a no, you know what? Yeah, let's put a hammer here. I feel like we don't actually have one of those. And you are an armored pusher. You are a bug. Oh, also the pusher bug doesn't do damage, it just pushes, but this bug does do damage. So how are we going to kill this bug? Well, why don't we stay here for a second, wait our turn. The armor has been purged. So what I think we should do is kill this bug, because we do damage in 2. Killing enemies on both. Yeah, let's kill this bug. You pushed me, but I'm going to kill you. Now we have more bugs. This is an armored pusher and a bug, the same thing that we just had. So let's see if we can do the same thing. Seems to be the case. Fantastic. Keep those upgrades coming. Because we could push an enemy off the level, but if we push an enemy off the level, it does not actually give us the experience, and we want the experience. So what is acid? Acid neutralizes explosive enemies. So another acid here would be sweet. You know, we don't have any acid up here, so why don't we grab an acid here? And then we have a bug and a winged pusher. Shoves you back 1 hex instead of damaging you, but moves 2 hexes. It's not that big of a issue, I feel. Although if I move to attack and kill this bug, we will be attacked immediately by this bug. Enemies are only pushed if you move 1 tile. I think we should still do it because we will live. We'll take damage, but we can easily get a kill. And then we have an upgrader bug. which we can use, I guess, to upgrade this tile if we want. But why don't we instead, this will be interesting, back up, teleport. How do I want to kill you? I guess I'll just kill you. Moving into an enemy from here kills them. Oh, but you know what? It doesn't say if it's armored or not. You can just kill an enemy. Seems great. Every enemy who attacks you is knocked back. Kills the first enemy to attack you here each turn. I assume you take damage, but I don't know. Can also teleport from here. Give me the moving into an enemy kills them from this tile. Oh, we leveled up twice. Then give me kill the first enemy to attack you each turn. I kind of want to see how that works. All right, then what? We don't have a teleport. Teleporting doesn't take a turn. That actually seems kind of nice. Another repair tile down here would be good. Oh, you know what? We need, I think, acid. Just so that at some point we can deal with acid enemies. So what I'm going to do is, oh, I like this. We'll take one hit, I think, but we could kill, you know what? No, we can do this better. Move here. Now, if I move down to kill the enemies, we will take one hit because this guy will just turn and shoot us. But if we move up, you move 2 hexes anyway. Okay, you know what? Kill you guys. You shot me, whatever. I don't care. I run. We're going to teleport here. Then we're going to kill you. Then we're going to heal. We have, 1 HP we can take when needed. I do like the idea of a teleport over here. Now, what do we have? A shooter, a pusher, and a bug. Enemies directly ahead are only push. We can deal with all the enemies in one action. He gets pushed off of the level, and then we get 2 kills from the adjacencies. And then from here, I do think that killing armored enemies does seem pretty good. In fact, I think we can just destroys the hex it dies on. We can push that off of the level, though. That's no problem. I think we just wait. You're armored, but I can kill you. You're a bug, and I can kill you. So, boom, goodbye. Then acid. When an enemy moves here, strips all adjacent enemies too. Enemies stripped on this hex are killed in the process. Give me, the auto kill on enemies stripped. Oh, and then we have a wild card. With this wild card, I would like, I think, a hammer. Something over here that can deal with enemies seems appropriate. Now, can we kill everything? Yeah, you are a shooter. You are an armored bug. You know what? We can't move. We have to go here to the teleporter, which is fine. All these enemies have only 1 attack or 1 movement. Kills the enemy in front of you without moving. I don't think it'll push the armored bug. So enemies stripped are killed. I wonder if it means that if an enemy lands on the tile, they're died. I think they have to have their armor stripped. So where do we move to kill everything? Well, unfortunately, this tile is the one that has the armor killing potential, and we can't really get there. We could, and if we move here, we'll just get shot. If we move here, we might be able to push an enemy off. Knocks back enemies adjacent to the hex you move to. Yeah, I think this arrow is the ideal candidate, because in theory, we can move here. Knocks back enemies adjacent to the hex you move to. What happens if you push an enemy into an enemy? Because I'm thinking if I move here, it'll push this enemy back, but I don't know what that's actually going to entail. We might just take a hit. And if we take a hit, it's really not that bad because we can just back up once. So let's see what happens if we move here. It does push them back, and it pushes them back in series. So by moving here, we push the enemy back, then they moved up. Moving into an adjacent enemy from here pushes them back, which means that we'll just get hit immediately. I think we want to just move Oh, this is actually a little scary. I think we just want to move left. They're probably going to move left with us, though. They didn't! He died! If he moved left, we would have been in a much more difficult position, but because he moved onto the tile we were on, he died instantly. We need to get some tiles under this so we can lure enemies here. Because this just seemed to have worked beautifully. And then from here, gotta be honest with you, I think we just stall, smack him. More enemies are spawning. But hey, all of a sudden I have my tile back. Also kills enemies to the sides of your targets, increases range by 1. I think I blew up that tile, which is really not that bad. I forgot that he was an exploder. We really need some like acid neutralization here, but unfortunately, it's kind of hard to do that. Anyways, you can die. You could get pushed. Is there a way to kill you? Yeah, it's going to cost me 1 HP, but I'm going to do it regardless because it gets us a kill. Now, kills armored enemies. I think we need this. Heal up. And now I really gives a shield that protects you. Actually, that seems pretty good. But I really want something here that can neutralize acid that the enemies can walk into. I also want more tiles down here, but give me the double shield. Oh, we have another tile too. I wonder if we're replacing the tile that was just destroyed. Let's go make an arrow here, I think. Gives me a way of attacking. Then destroys the hex it dies on. So for the winged bugs, I guess you just want to like push them off, because if you push them off, they won't hurt you. But this bug we can definitely kill. He'll move here, and then we can kill him in one shot. So we are currently in acid. You know, I'm wondering if this enemy pushes us, do we just die because we fall off the level? That's probably what happens. Maybe we should try to not let that happen. I tell you what I'm gonna do though. Here's what I like. Moving onto the arrow tile. Then we can move 2 tiles, getting away from the bomber bug. Can move 2 hexes instead of 1, but I guess he can't attack on his second move, which is interesting. And we gotta find a way of pushing this guy off of the level. How are we gonna do that? Kills armored enemies. Also neutralizes explosive enemies. We never upgraded that. What I need is this guy. That kind of works, but not quite. That works. We can push him off from there. Okay. Let's go upgrade this. Kills enemies to either side of the hex in front of you when you teleport. What? Kills enemies to either side of the hex in front of you when you teleport. Okay. Teleporting doesn't take a turn. Teleporting to an enemy kills it. There's some enemies that are really annoying to deal with. Let's make sure that we can kill an enemy. Hello, you are going to upgrade a tile. You know what? Upgrade this tile. Thank you very much. Knocks back all adjacent tiles and teleporting to an enemy kills it. I think that's amazing. Let's do that. Now, let's put a medical tile down here. Now there is an armored bug, an explosive bug, a bug, and an explosive bug. Not liking how many explosive bugs there are, but we'll figure out a way of dealing with those guys. I need to get in, I think I need to get onto my like mega tile. Unfortunately, I'm gonna destroy my tile if I attack here. So how do we do this? Teleporting to an enemy kills it and knocks back adjacent enemies. I think this is what we want, because we can just teleport to like here and push everything back. Yeah, it seemed to work pretty well. And then we could even do it again. If we fall back, they're gonna rush us. But we could do it again. No? What? Click any unoccupied hex to teleport there. Moving into an adjacent enemy. Upgrade from 6. Ah! knocks back adjacent enemies to the hex you moved to. That's why we didn't take damage, because we moved here and then this enemy got knocked back. Understood. Well, what I think we should do is just, again, teleport to this enemy, kill it, push everything back. Now we have to find a way of pushing these guys off of the level so they don't destroy my own hexes. So how are we going to do that? We could also just destroy a hex that we don't care about, I suppose, but still need a neutralizes explosive enemy upgrade here if we can figure out how to do that. Kills armored enemies. Moving into an adjacent enemy from here pushes them back. Really got to figure out some way of pushing these guys. So like teleport back, teleport here, then teleport, pushes them back. I mean, if I'd go, I really don't want to destroy my own tiles. We really should have gotten some explosive neutralization a lot sooner. Because like I could do this all day, every day, but it doesn't help me. I could teleport here, but we'll take a hit. Teleporting to a hex knocks back all adjacent enemies. Moving on to an adjacent enemy pushes them back. But teleport, it won't teleport though in that case. How do we keep ourselves alive here? This is where it gets a little tricky. I mean, we could teleport down here, but then we're stuck because there's no teleport away from this area. So like, we could if we teleport here, we'll get surrounded immediately. I think we're just gonna have to accept that we just have to kill these guys at some point. So like, what if we go over here? We can probably just ice these fools. This is gonna be scary. Well, we're gonna have to put something down. Give me an arrow, I suppose. And now we do need to like recover by placing more things down. Let's get an arrow here. Let's get a blades here. We have another one. Okay, give me a blade. We could put like a double hammer up here too, or a double blade even. What's blade? Also kills things to the side of your destination. Double blade with poison, yeah. Some way to get around this does seem nice. Okay. Bug, shooter bug, winged bug. Can move 2 hexes. I think we should move here. And then we try to start getting some kills. Although, now that I think about it, that guy's gonna shoot me if I move here. I still think we do it. We move here, you shoot me, but I have range, I can kill you. So move here, I kill your friend, you shoot me. But now, ooh, you move 2 spaces. Also kill to the sides of your target. That's not good enough. Increases range. Do you think I can kill the second bug before he kills me? The arrows do not seem to indicate that I would get a secondary kill, which is what I really want. I think we're gonna freaking die, but if I move back, okay. Then I can get a kill and then push back an enemy. Teleporting to a hex knocks back adjacent enemies and kills a unit. So I think we should do that here. And then we can move 2 spaces to kill you. And then we can kill you. And then we live. Okay. That seemed to work well. And then knocks back enemies adjacent to your destination. When it kills an enemy, repairs you. Also kills things on the sides of your destination. Knocks back enemies adjacent to your destination. I assume that means all around. Yeah, let's knock back. And then let's put down a like second arrow down here. You know what? A teleporter up here is nice. I would also like a teleporter right down here. Just as some way of like GTFOing if we need to. Okay, so if we move here, we can knock you off. How do I knock this guy off? That's an important question. I could just step here, but then I can only push things with the repair. You're armored, you're armored. I mean, if we just come down here, then these armored bugs will eventually die, and then we only have to deal with one explosive bug. I don't know how we're going to deal with one explosive bug, though. We really need... I really need an enemy to die here so I can neutralize explosive. What if we... Yeah, what if we go here? Then we can... Knocks back enemies adjacent to your destination, kills armored targets. Then we can go here. It'll kill one enemy, but those two guys will live. But I actually think that's okay. Yeah, because now everything here has kind of been dealt with to an extent. We're going to have to like run temporarily though. Yeah, it kind of hurt. But here's what we can do. We can teleport. Teleporting to a hex knocks back adjacent enemies. It'll actually get a kill because it'll push this guy off of the field. And then from here, we can move back. From here, we can move here. Get a kill. You need to get pushed off of the level, which we can do from... Oh, I know how to do it. Here, push you off. I forget the arrow can push. In fact, arrow is what you really want to push those guys off. Now, please put a teleporter here. That way I can head off to a corner if I'm scared and then just flee and run away. Armored explosive bugs, fantastic. Bug. I really need enemies to die on this tile, but I need those armored explosive bugs to get here. Unfortunately, it will destroy the tile, so we can't let them go here. Fantastic. If I move here and push, I will die. This is getting a little scary. So I think what I'm gonna have to do is kill the bugs and then deal with the exploders. So I'm gonna move here. I'm gonna take a hit, but I can push you off. Step back again, push you off. I really need this explosive tile to be upgraded. It's just so hard. It will not ever be upgraded. Knocks back enemies adjacent to the hex you move to. That's extremely useful. Yeah, let's put a hammer there. Winged pusher, bug, armored pusher. Well, we're not on a teleporter. We could move to a teleporter. And then where would we teleport? Probably here, because then I could kill multiple enemies just by staying put, basically. So let's move here. Here. Hey, you know what? It only kills one, now we know. Also kills enemies to the sides of your target. Also kills armored enemies. Wipe them, wipe them. Can also teleport from here. When you move here, knocks back adjacent enemies. Repairs you when it kills an enemy. Yeah, when you move here, knockback. I assume that works with teleporting too, but maybe not. You really need to upgrade this tile though. Hammer, medic. You know what? We have no med over here, so let's put a med here. And get to our teleporter, because we're going to freaking need it. Armored shooter, armored exploder, bug. Well, I think I know what I want, which is to move here. Smack you. If I smack you, I will take one hit, but it's not that bad. Oh, I could just kill you. Also kills enemies to the sides of your target. I guess it'll kill this guy too. There you go. And now how to kill you, we just have to knock you off the level. What we can do, just don't explode this tile. What I think we're gonna do is just move back, push you off. Gives you a shield that protects you from one hit. I think we need this. Very useful. Then, please give me some acid. It's the upgrader. I mean, I know exactly where I want you to go, right here. It's hard for me to upgrade the hex it dies on. Kind of hard for me to kill you there, but here's what I'm gonna do. Move here. Now we can finally neutralize explosive enemies. We got 2 upgrades. When an enemy moves here, strips all adjacent enemies too. When any enemy moves here and neutralizes explosive enemies, we have to. We now have a way of neutralizing explosive enemies all the way down here. I love it. Okay, give me a blade. We have no blade in this area. Then, what's going on here? We have exploders and winged exploders and exploders. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. So that was our armor. Then, oh, it sucks to be you. Can also teleport from here, repairs you when it kills an enemy. That could be quite useful. And then here, kills enemies to either side of the hex in front of you when you teleport. Teleporting does not take a turn. Give me that. And then give me some, we only have 2 options, so give me some acid in the corner. 4 exploders, huh? Oh, you're a shooter. Well, that's okay, we can heal. Neutralizes explosives, enemies stripped are killed in the process. Freaking beautiful. If I move, I will get shot once, but it will kill an enemy. Actually, if I stay on this tile, I will also get shot here. So I think we need to move up to kill the shooter. Teleporting doesn't take a turn. Teleporting to an enemy kills it and knocks them back. Okay, so if it doesn't take a turn and kills an enemy, we'll move here. Then we have to still worry about you. And to be honest with you, I kind of just want you to come over here. He's not going to, unfortunately. Oh God, you have, you can shoot over rocks, over tiles rather. Okay, that's a little rude. That being said, now you're no longer armored. Teleporting to a hex knocks back adjacent enemies. Can we teleport to this hex, or is this an adjacent movement? It says adjacent enemy, not adjacent tile. Yeah, there you go, easy. And then we have one final tile, acid. Boom, we're done. We've locked in our entire board. Explosive shooter can attack in a straight line from any range. Armored explosive. Explosive winged shooter bug. Explosive winged bug. Okay. Kills the first enemy to attack you here each turn. Moving into an enemy from here kills them, gives you a shield. You're a winged shooter. You're explosive. You're explosive shooter. Explosive winged. You're an armored exploder. My lord. Okay, well, what about gaining a shield? Moving down. Move down. We'll get shot once, but we have a shield. We didn't even get shot once. I think we want to move down, get a kill by knocking this guy off of the board. And then we'll take 1 damage. It purged the acid on him. Beautiful. You know what? I'm noticing we don't get the experience for an enemy dying here via the acid. They just die. But at least this means that we can easily kill you, and then we can just push you off the level. Although I would love it if we could anti-acid you, but I think we just got to push. Then knocks back enemies adjacent to the hex you move to. Move any distance in a straight line, killing everything you touch. I think we just want to... Bug. Armored explosive pusher, armored explosive bug. They're not going to be too hard to deal with because we can neutralize acid just by having them land in this tile. So I think what we want to do is probably just move back one, then move forward. Then we can easily get like 2 kills. We can get a 3rd kill. It's not gonna push these guys back at all or kill them. And now we have to kill these 2 enemies, which I think means we just want to back up. It does give experience to the tile. Well, what do you know? All right. Moving into an enemy from here kills them. Repairs you when an enemy moves here. Ooh, really? Sure. And then our final upgrade, it's a max upgraded tile. I didn't realize that we would be moving here. Well, if I move here, it'll kill the tile, possibly ruining my game. So why don't we... Knocks back all adjacent enemies. I think we can get 2 kills by moving here. Yeah, pushed them all back. And it didn't even take a freaking turn, dude. So then, come here. You get pushed off. He pushed me off! I thought he would just do damage. He pushed me off. Press L at any time to see a log of what's happened. That makes sense. Teleport 31, Blades 29. He did push me off of the board. I thought he would just hurt me once, and then I would just, like, move back, and then he would follow me. It didn't work that way. Anyways, Morphblade. What a fun, simple little puzzle game involving hexes and upgrading hexes and trying to just discover the best turn for the turn. A very fun game. Very like Into the Breach-esque, because all you do is you know what the enemies... Well, actually, you know what? You don't know what the enemies are going to do. Scratch that. It has nothing to do with, you know, the mechanics of other games where you know exactly what's happening. You don't really. The enemies could move, depending on their AI, down or right. You know, if 2 paths have equal priority, what is the AI going to prioritize? I don't know. But still, a fun game. An enjoyable little indie experience that's been out on Steam for a long time, and I just wanted to play a run of it, honestly. But at the same time, if we can take a look at it, why not? There's wave 35 completed, our furthest wave. Maybe prioritize the explosive cancellation a little bit more, maybe with a couple of explosive canceling tiles around you so that you don't have to worry about those exploders who will destroy a tile. But there you go. It's been done. My name is Abe, and today we took a look at Morphblade. Like the video if you've enjoyed it, subscribe for more, and I hope to see you here for the next Let's Look At.